Hi, this is Vito with Vitoyoga, and I want to share a side stretch um, that I've been using in my practice. And it's just a variation of a side stretching, nothing too fancy. I just like the opportunity it gives me to invite a little more of stretching across the upper back, but also some engagement there. And I just feel a nice sense of expansion, length, just kind of openness and kind of release from any kind of like sitting or any kind of from being stationary for a while. And it's a great way to start practice in terms of getting into some back bending, etc. And we want to start out in a Tadasana position, sort of a neutral stance for feet kind of parallel to each other. Growing up, sort of like yoga growing up, I was taught, feet together. And for some specific practices, that's the way to do it. Adds a different kind of feeling. For me personally, I prefer a little more space between the feet. Um, no offense, this is not how you practice, but I just feel a little more stable and grounded. And in terms of the weight in the feet, I was also tendency to be taught to have equal weight on the balls of the feet there and the heels. And when I do that, for me, it doesn't feel as useful in terms of what I'm aiming for in a Tadasana. For me, is for a sense of sort of rooting, grounding, but also an opportunity to sort of like rebound up and by a sense of length and stability. And I find in teaching the students a little less stability when the weight is equal in the balls of the feet and the heels. So I like a little more weight into the heels. And I want to access this not by leaning back to find it, but just if I can, pelvis, try to keep it neutral. So not tilting the pelvis forward in a anterior tilt and nor tucking under, which I feel is a little would usually maybe happening too much in general. So here, we tend to sit down in this position, tucked under. I want to find a place where my pelvis is a little more neutral. And this can be a little more useful to support the natural curves of the spine, which can optimize the space between the vertebrae, the space for the discs. This may allow me, when I'm in this position, thighs back, so make sure my thighs press back, I'm not locking knees. I'm in a place where I can feel, I can sort of like almost can access my best sort of 5'7" and 3/4. Even just looking at me here at all this length, you might notice a difference if I do allow my hips to go forward a little bit, a little more kind of gripping on my shins. But notice my height, and if I allow tops of my thighs back from there, the more sense of length, the more ease to rebound up. So working from this, just notice for yourself when arms come up, do hips come forward? Can I keep pelvis neutral? When I'm here, I'm also can feel a little more. My stabilizers can engage, abductors as well, outer hips. And take up, again, the side stretch. So from this neutral base, reaching the right arm up, maybe reach a little more actively, smooth breath. While here, if for any reason, you find some pinching in the shoulder, there's some extra tension there, keep the arm maybe a little more forward. So do whatever's going to serve you best. So staying present as best you can to the feedback you're getting. So you can notice tendencies, notice the feedback you get, and notice maybe also a step forward, a tendency to listen to the feedback, to respect the feedback you're getting, or to just want to ignore and just go for what you should be doing. One might be a little more skillful than another. Going to take up the right arm again. Steady breath, reach up actively. Left arm, grab that wrist or forearm, take it up. If it doesn't work to keep that arm up, just work one arm. Invite the side stretch to the left side. So I'm going to invite breath into the right side waist, side ribs. Sometimes I notice here, my hips might want to come forward, keeping my thighs back without locking knees. Maybe my hips, my right foot gently pushes mat to the right, inviting a little more of the side waist, smooth with the breath. Stay here or release the left arm down. From there, inviting a little more lift on the left side and reach a little more active, firming the right tricep, reaching across, smooth breath there. Staying here. Or I like to draw maybe left shoulder back a touch, right shoulder a little more forward. Invite a little more of a lat, upper back stretch here. Directing breath. So I got side waist going here, side ribs, more in the posterior portion. And then I'm going to bend my right elbow, taking the hand and the head against each other. Use this to engage upper back and postural muscles. Pressing the hand and the head against each other, start to open chest up towards the front of the mat. Once I'm here, keep a gentle press of the hand and head against each other. So if someone's pulling my right elbow up, invite a little more length for that side. And then bring myself up. And whew. So if you did that right, they sound like that release. I feel a little longer on my right side now. We're going to even this out. Should check to see if it was longer to begin with. Left arm up again, respecting differences in the shoulders, minimizing any impingement. Right arm grabbing wrist or forearm lengthening up through both sides. So start that up and over to the right. Steady breath. Use my left foot, gently push mat left side. Stay there or release the right arm, inviting some lift of the right side, reaching active with the left arm. Maybe drawing the right shoulder back, left shoulder forward. Trying to direct my breath into upper back, left side. Next exhale, I'm going to bend the left elbow. Pressing the hand and the head against each other, start to open. Chest up toward the front of the mat. Reaching the elbow a little higher, like someone's pulling it up. And bring myself up. Now take from here, hands, clasp gently on the back of the skull, pressing the hands and the head against each other. Pressing back, inviting some engagement in the upper back of neck, and whew, thanks. Try that out. See what it does for you. I just really enjoy it and thought you might like it. So if you have any questions, let me know. You can message me at vitoyoga.com. And otherwise, thank you for taking the time to watch this.